Wait, today's Saturday? What? Welcome everybody here. This is our Business Survival Toolkit series, and we're so excited to see you. I think this is our third event. Yeah, and we're going to be doing this all year long. There's so many things to talk about to help our community, our small businesses, and our region succeed and thrive during these times. Obviously, this is a super challenging time, but we want to really provide some deep insights. And I think social media we've hit a hot button with this. There's so much to talk about. We could do this every day, all day, and still just kind of scratch the surface. But today we have key experts that are going to help you. Everybody's tackling social media from a different angle. And we're so excited to learn from these amazing experts this morning. So a couple of technical things on your upper right-hand corner. You've got your speaker view or you've got your gallery view. If you hit your speaker view, then every one of our expert panelists today, they're on stage. So if you want to see them live and full screen, that would be a suggested idea. And that way you can see everybody a little bit bigger than these little tiny Brady Bunch squares here. If we lose our internet connection, let's just hope we don't. If you hear a dog in the background, I will try to mute myself immediately, and maybe somebody else can take over for me. And I still have sleeping people in my house, so it's going to be interesting. We'll see who walks by in that background, right? So craziness. I'm excited to introduce our chamber team. We have our social media, our marketing, our events. So she's a guru in her own right, and you could be on our expert panel, Bailey. So this is going to be fun. We have Nicole Langmaid, heads up our operations and our accounting. So she makes sure that we have everything all set and ready to go at the chamber in so many different areas. We have Kara Matheson, who heads up our workforce development efforts. Last night, we had our huge West Des Moines Leadership Academy graduation. It was so inspiring. That video is going to be on YouTube soon for everybody else to get inspired. And Anna Dowd heads our membership and strategic partnerships. So if you want to get involved in the chamber, and we hope you do, connect with Anna and we'll help. We'll help you guys really understand what the chamber can do for you and your business. We're in the job of promoting. That's what we do. We promote our businesses to help you succeed. So that's our main role in life, and everything we do helps to achieve that and helps keep our businesses in business, our employees employed, and our West Des Moines region and the entire region strong, because we're all connected in some way. So we are going to kick off the program. I want to thank our sponsors today for making this Business Survival Toolkit series possible. And those include Arion and Security National Bank. So I am going to toss the baton to Sara Vanderhart, who is going to talk a little bit about Arion.
Hi, good morning. Thank you, Catherine, and thank you to the West Des Moines Chamber for all the efforts put in to execute this series for our community. I am Sara Vanderhart. I am the Manager of Marketing Operations and Planning at Arion. For those of you that are not familiar with Arion, we are a local business solutions provider serving the Midwest. We provide reliable business services so that our clients can conduct their day-to-day operations. For over 30 years, connectivity has driven the network of services that we offer. So I will share my screen with you guys to show you a breakdown of those services. So as you can see, we have our core pillars, so technology, contact center, and consulting. Our solutions allow our clients to grow their business, communicate, gain efficiencies, and work securely anytime, anywhere. So as you can see, Arion has you covered for network connectivity, voice and data communications, managed IT, outsourced call center support, and project management solutions. So as businesses continue to open and we begin the process of returning back to the office, we look forward to connecting our community with the experts and tools that they need during this unique time. So first, for more information, please visit arion.com. And Catherine, I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. We use Arion at the Chamber. We love you guys. You guys do a great, great job. Yeah, absolutely. And then we just interviewed your fearless leader for our CEO Insights series, and yeah, he was fabulous. It sounds like you're really deploying a lot of resources and money into Iowa, and yeah, so a lot of that broadband and that we all rely on. So thank you so much, Sarah. I'm excited to introduce our second sponsor, Security National Bank, and Ray Meister is Iowa Market President, and he's going to highlight Security National Bank for us.
Thank you, Catherine, and thank you to the West Des Moines Chamber for promoting this program. Security National Bank is proud and honored to be a sponsor of the program. The interesting piece, as we have all learned in a very short order, is how to act under the COVID environment, and a special thank you to the Chamber to get all the involvement for these virtual events, and appreciate the opportunity to be a sponsor. Security National Bank is located in Omaha, Nebraska. When we opened our new location on South Jordan Creek Parkway approximately 6 weeks ago, we became the 13th location for Security National Bank. We are a 900 million plus asset size bank. Full service bank. We are managed by third generation of family ownership, and within 2 weeks we're proud to announce our 14th location will be open in the uptown area of downtown Dallas, Texas. The Business Survival Toolkit series is a great event for all of the chamber members to participate in. And we've gained a lot by not only being a sponsor of the program, but also by participating in it. As I indicated, we are a full service bank, new location on South Jordan Creek Parkway. Our core values, we focus on our clients and inspire and encourage our clients as well as our employees to achieve excellence by being emotionally invested. Obviously, we focus on doing the right thing with integrity 100% of the time, and we intend to earn our clients' trust on a daily basis with each activity that we do. And then probably the most important piece of all of that is we enjoy celebrating our successes. Sometimes we all get so involved in what we got going on a day-to-day basis that we forget to take a deep breath, congratulate, and celebrate. And so we focus on that from time to time, and I think that's been critically important, particularly over the last 6 to 8 weeks as we've all been dealing with the COVID challenges and the COVID environment. We are, as you know, an essential service, so we have been technically open the whole time. Our clients are allowed by appointment only into our conference room, and we take them one at a time, but we make sure we focus on those core values with each and every one of those clients. I'll stop there. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, thank you to the Chamber, and thank you to all of the participants for being involved in this Toolkit series, and thank you for allowing us to be a sponsor.
Well, thank you so much, Ray. That's interesting that you launched, here in West Des Moines 6 weeks ago, right in the middle of COVID. So I'm sure that's a huge challenge, and I know all of our banks locally are super busy with the mortgage rates are super low, and then you're helping with the PPP. So thanks to you and your team for all you do, and thank you for your sponsorship. We really, really appreciate it, Ray.
Thank you, Catherine.
Well, I'm excited to get the program rolling. We are going to be fast-paced today. We hope to, really our goal is to end at 9 o'clock. If you do have any questions, though, do use the chat feature. We may have a little bit of time at the end depending, but I'm excited to introduce our panel of experts. So we are going to start with Josh Fleming, who's VP Marketing Director of Bank Iowa. Then we have Drew Harden, President and co-founder of Blue Compass. We have Sara Huedepohl, Digital Marketing Manager of Strategic America. Marc Reifenrath, President of Spinutech. Kelly Sharp, owner of Vino 209 Wine Bar and Bistro. And Sally Cooper-Smith, President of Cooper-Smith and Company. So we are going to kick it off with the amazing Josh Fleming, VP Marketing Director of Bank Iowa. And Josh, congratulations on your recent AMA award, I think I saw.
Thank you very much for
cool.
that intro. Appreciate it. Can everyone see my screen, or at least Catherine, can you? Then that means that everybody else possibly could. Catherine, can you see me?
I can see it. Looks good. Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you very much, everyone. Pleasure to be here. This was an hour-and-a-half long presentation that I did that I have now stuck into 7 minutes. So I'm going to go fast and furious here. At the end, I'll provide my email address if you guys have any questions. Would love to be able to connect. But wanted to talk today about social media, the perfect storm. Again, I'm Josh Fleming, VP of Marketing. That question there is rhetorical. I would hasten to say that, you know, when I told my dad that I was going to be VP at a bank, he said, "Don't get too excited. They hand out VP titles like Oprah hands out VP titles. They seem to run pretty rampant." So everyone gets a VP title here at the bank, and I'm one of them, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it. Just a quick abbreviated Bank Iowa story. It's kind of helpful to know who we are before I tell you kind of what we're doing in social. Family ownership from the beginning, owned by 2 families, 26 locations, all within the state of Iowa. And most importantly, a lot of rural communities that we serve. Obviously, we're here in the metro in West Des Moines, Altoona, and Johnston, but we also serve communities as big as Pella and Oskaloosa, but as small as Essex and Schleswig and Wacoma, and places, but frankly, I hadn't heard of until I got to Bank Iowa. We're about $1.4 billion in assets with 270 team members, headquartered right here in West Des Moines, and a ton of lending experience and just some great people that work at the bank. Just a quick update on where we are right now, and I think we're more fortunate than most. You know, when this all went down, we had tools that allowed clients to do their banking virtually anywhere, you know, mobile apps. We did close all of our lobbies, although we had drive-ups. So those remained open. We offered flex schedules for our team members, giving them pandemic PTO, as well as retaining all of our team members with no changes in pay. So we were really happy to be able to do that. Obviously, the PPP program kept lenders working 24/7. Our mortgage and refinance business continues to thrive. I mean, those folks are up sending emails to people at 3 in the morning. It's been intense, but good for business, obviously. And then we loosened up payment options, forgiveness given to, you know, overdraft fees or to people that needed to defer payment for a month or two on a case-by-case basis. So that's us. Wanted to talk about social media, The Perfect Storm. Love this movie. Kind of when all worlds collide and epic things happen. First thing about kind of building a social media perfect storm is to know your audience. I think so many brands go out there and don't necessarily know who they're talking to. We did a lot of research over the last couple of years to determine who our audiences are and what's important to them. So that's first and foremost, know who your audience is. Second, it's really hard to stand out in a social media sea of sameness. And so we try to really push the envelope and do things a little bit differently because honestly, nobody really cares if you ask them, hey, you know, you're going to follow your bank on Instagram? Probably not. So we kind of have to give them a reason to care about the content. And then third, as SpongeBob says, sharing is caring. You have to also give them a reason to share your content. So if you think about anything you've shared recently on Facebook or any other social platform, you probably had some motivation to do that. What was it that drove you to want to share that information? And we try to find those avenues with our audiences when we post. And then lastly, and maybe more importantly, what does the data say? We look at our data and really try to determine what's working, what's not. Sometimes we don't follow our own advice and run stuff that we probably shouldn't. But what we understand is that the data is telling us what's effective in our social media and what's not. And we really try to follow that as much as possible. And it doesn't have to be overly complex. It doesn't have to be You don't have to hire a data analyst to do it. Facebook Insights, for example, offers some really great resources to be able to measure that data. So your social media perfect storm really is knowing your audience, giving them a reason to care, giving them a reason to share, and then what is the data telling you, all of which leads to happiness, which I think we all are looking for. I know I'm going fast here. Bank out marketing approach. So we clients and culture specifically for those areas. And today we'll talk specifically about the community strategy or strategy. If you guys take nothing away from today, know that you need to have a social media strategy, no matter what it is that you're doing. Without a strategy, you're just really kind of running tactics that have no if you will, no. So as we very important to them, they like good ethical business practices. They're very big on education and then giving back to the community. Now, your insights on your audiences are going to be completely different, but for us, this was core to who we are as a community bank and what our communities are looking for. And so when we built our social media strategy, I'll read it for you. Develop content that demonstrates Bank Iowa has as much pride in the communities we serve as our clients do, while giving those audiences a reason to care and share our content. And so we executed on this strategy for the last 2 years. Everything was going well. And then, quarantine and COVID and all of that. And so we had to really just stop dead in our tracks. We had editorial calendars, content planned. Even our advertising and paid media, we revised what we're doing from a messaging standpoint. And not look like we're trying to benefit from a crisis. You saw some of those Johnny-come-latelys trying to do things and overpricing and price gouge, and we didn't really want to be out there over promoting our products. And so we really kind of stuck more to branding, and then also what can we do that actually helps people? What can we do that actually gives them what they want? And so we did a number of things there. First was just basic business. How do we support you, the customer, and the community through this this period? So we built some, a landing page that's specific to our lobby closures and what we can do for openings. And if you need information, how best to contact us. We've got a wide range of people from young to old that use online banking, that don't use online banking. A lot of questions coming in. How can I access my money? So we built a lot of content around that. We also did things that we thought would be helpful. This card cleaning tips post on the left was bigger than we thought. I mean, people were like, I hadn't even thought of that. If there's a concern with possibly having COVID-19 on your debit card or credit card, here's a way to do that. We also saw a lot of fraud attacks, a lot of people, being hacked, data being compromised throughout the industry. And so, tying that into National Password Day and making sure that people had the information they needed to avoid fraud was just a way to educate them. And then the Paycheck Protection Program, as I mentioned, just kind of giving people information on that. We built out a landing page for people to go and find more details on that, how to contact your lender, what to expect, resources. The PPP was a developing situation in which even as a bank, we didn't really know to the last minute what it was going to look like. And so trying to keep our clients informed of that was important. We also created a helping hand program where nonprofits were able to, come in and make a request for dollars. We're donating about $20,000 to about 15 different, community partners. We'll be announcing those here shortly. And then, we did things that make sense for us as a community bank and to support people. We bought lunch for frontline nurses. Up in Lawler, they handed out Mother's Day flowers if you drove through the drive-through on Saturday, the Mother's Day weekend. We did a campaign for celebrating your mom, knowing that a lot of people weren't going to be able to see their mom during Mother's Day, which is awful. And these virtual things are nice, but it's not the same. And so people came to Facebook. They posted a picture of their mom in a word that made them think of them. Inspirational, heartfelt, loving, caring, those sorts of things. And then we put that in a video. Winners of the promotion got local flowers from a local community business in each of the regions that we serve. Last summer, we wrote a children's book to promote our Young Savers account program, and we really kind of thought maybe that had run its course. But then we said, well, there's all these families at home, moms at home with kids that are probably driving them crazy. How do we give them some educational information? So Eleanor is big on saving and teaching kids financial literacy. So we put together activity worksheets as well as coloring pages for people to download and use at home and hopefully pass the time and at the same time learn something. This is our president in Humboldt, David Boswell. We donated over 1,000 eggs that we purchased from a farmer client and gave those away to the community. We ordered lunch. It's something as simple as just ordering lunch from local businesses and then posting those pictures and then tagging that business on our pages worked wonders because those businesses appreciated it. They shared it, and our team members were able to do something fun and enjoy lunch. One of the most successful things we've done over this period is we did an Easter egg hunt. My family of 5 kids and my wife, we go to the Waukee Easter egg hunt every year, and we missed it this year. It was a total bummer. And we realized that we could do an Easter egg hunt online. So we hid eggs on our website and gave clues on social media to where to go find them. It was great too because we got people to go visit our website, which is fairly new, and kind of navigate around and be able to find these eggs. And then winners received gift baskets from the bank for that promotion. And one of the last things I wanted to mention here is we talked about team members' culture being one of our strategies. We really wanted to celebrate them. There's a lot of anxiety. A lot of these folks have been working the front lines, even in lobbies by appointments or even through the drive-through line, when a lot of this was unknown. So we celebrated them through a video. We've highlighted our mortgage team. And then this 71 million number, that's the first round of the Paycheck Protection Program of what we were able to do in terms of total loans and applications process. So we're really proud of that and wanted to make sure our team members also felt good. So I think social can also be a team member oriented approach as well. So to wrap it up, social media is perfect storm. Know your audience, give them a reason to care, give them a reason to share, look at what the data is telling you, and then hopefully you'll find some happiness. And hopefully, Catherine, I did that within 7 minutes.
I think you did. I'm so intrigued by, all the neat stuff you've done. I've totally lost track of time, honestly, but
well, good
stuff. I love the clean look and all your unique ideas too. The virtual Easter egg hunt, Eleanor Saves the Day, just some really cool stuff. And how you are giving back is tremendous as well. And congrats on all the PPP help that you've helped our local community in the region. That's wonderful in the state of Iowa. And Will Farrell is one of my faverials, so I love your strategery slide.
A team of 3 people here, and all this content that really was put together by them over the last couple of months. So I'm real proud of what we've been able to accomplish.
That's so cool. Thank you so much, Josh.
Thank you.
It's interesting. I was looking up some stats about COVID and social media use across the world, and a Kantar study showed that social media engagement since COVID has increased by 61%, and web browsing has increased by 70%. So this is really the time that small business owners and business owners of all sizes can get involved in social media. I'm so excited to introduce now Drew Harden, who's president and co-founder of Blue Compass, to give us his tips and tools for business owners. Thank you, Drew.
Thank you, Catherine. So the summer 2020 Tokyo Olympics were delayed 1 year until next summer 2021. But the athletes that are going to get golds in next year's Summer Olympics aren't on the couch right now, they're training. And we believe it's essential for you organization right now not to sit out, but to be active in your marketing and your digital marketing to communicate and project stability during this time. It's so essential to do so. And so your online presence right now matters more than ever before. And Catherine, I love those stats that you gave, and that's really consistent with what we're seeing right now. So we're a digital marketing company. We spend each and every day getting more qualified users to come to our clients' websites and then getting them to convert on those websites to perform the actions our clients want them to perform and to engage more and build awareness on social media. And so we oversee hundreds of websites websites and many social media accounts. And in every case, we see more people using the social media accounts, activity is up, and almost every case with websites, there's more traffic. So now is a great opportunity to reach out and project that stability and connect with your team. So there's many ways to do that, obviously, and we're big believers in diversifying that. You need a great solid website that has a great user experience. You need to have content, original, fresh content that doesn't just promote yourself, but that shares value to your audience. And then, of course, social media is an aspect of that as well. So like I said, social media sweet spot is awareness and impressions, and really, really essential for what you're doing right now. So one of the things that we're really working on with our clients and our social media accounts lately is video. And as you know, video is only getting bigger and bigger on pretty much every social media platform. So I'm going to focus today on Facebook, because over the last few years, we've really seen Facebook's algorithm favor videos more and more. So in other words, if you post a link, you'll get a few views. If you post a photo, you'll get a few views. But if you post a good video, you'll almost in every case get more views, more eyes on that. And so video is really important. There's a VP at Facebook named Nicola Mendelsohn that a couple of years ago said, in 5 years, Facebook will be 100% video content. And that's kind of hard to believe, but we're paying attention to that. And slowly, little by little, Facebook does seem to be moving in that direction. So Facebook just recently had a big update to their algorithm that really changes the way that the videos you post are viewed by Facebook. So I'm going to share my screen here and show you a few of those big changes. So the first one is that the first change is that videos that are watched for 1 minute or more get extra favor by Facebook. So in other words, if you can put a video out there on Facebook, so not a link to a video, don't post a link to a YouTube video, but directly upload that video into a Facebook post. And if viewers can watch it for about a minute or more, Facebook is impressed. They say, wow, this must be good content. People are watching it for a while. Maybe we should show it to more viewers. So the odds that more people will get their eyes on it are greater. The next algorithm update they've made recently is that videos that are 3 minutes and longer in length are now favored. And this is crazy. They said this directly in one of their announcements for this. So this is really counter to a lot of the ways that we've all thought of the web in recent years. You know, people always say the web is just a place where people need to get in, get some information, get out. People have low attention spans. And that's true to a sense, but Facebook is really interested in taking down YouTube. Facebook wants to be the place that you go to for video content. And so if you can put a video out there that's a little bit longer and people actually watch it and come back to it, and it's good sticky content that people are coming back to again and again, that's exactly what Facebook wants. And so if you have a video that's 3 minutes or more in length and people are watching it for at least a minute, that's fantastic, and you'll get more eyes on it. And then the last update Facebook made recently is that they favor original videos. So in other words, if you go out there and you share a post that has a video in it, you won't get nearly as many views as if you upload an original video. And if you upload a video that already exists out there on Facebook, Facebook can identify that it's already posted somewhere on its platform, and you won't get quite the boost that you would if it was original from the get-go because it's duplicate content. So videos watched for more than 1 minute that are 3 minutes or more and that are original seem to be doing really, really well in Facebook right now. And we see that to be fairly true with our clients right now also. So here's a few things you can do to gain a little more traction when you're trying to think, gosh, how can I get videos out there? And so the first one is just to create longer videos. Again, this is kind of weird because we always think like, gosh, I should put a short video out there on my social media or on my website because people don't want to sit around and watch it. But if you think about it, if you found a video about a subject that you were really interested in, you'd probably spend 1 minute, 3 minutes, 10 minutes watching that video if it was really good. So this doesn't mean every single video that you put on social media needs to be really long, But don't worry if your video is 3 minutes or longer, 10 minutes or longer. Sometimes videos that are an hour long can do really well. So 3 minutes or longer seems to be the sweet spot, and we're seeing rewards from Google's algorithm for doing that right now. So one idea that you can do for videos that might take that much time is just a how-to video. I mean, if you could just film someone in your office who has some great expertise and just give away some of that expertise, tell how to do something, make sure it's industry relevant and that your audience would actually be interested in it, that would be a fantastic video. Another type of video we see doing really well is just culture videos. And Josh talked a little bit about this, but videos of your culture and how much you appreciate your team and some of the fun things you're doing. A few months ago, my business partner and I went out and we secretly met our team members' parents. That sounds like a really weird thing to do, and it definitely was, but we love our team members. We love our culture. We have 30 team members here. And one of the things we think helps contribute to our great culture is appreciating and understanding our team members. So we drove over 500 miles. We met with 10 of our team members' parents. We asked them questions about their son or daughter. What were they like in high school? Do you have any embarrassing stories? What are some of their finer qualities? And we filmed it, we brought it back, and we surprised the team with this video. And it was a strange mixture of embarrassment and humor, but everyone loved it. No one was offended or upset or anything like that. It was a great boost for our culture, but then we put a shorter version of that on our social media as well, and it did really well. It wasn't 3 minutes, we should have made it longer, but it did really well. So culture videos will do probably very well for you as well. In addition, the next suggestion is to capture people's attention immediately with your videos. So it used to be when we would put videos together, I used to work at a video production company, and we would have the good stuff at the middle or towards the end. We would want people to keep watching. And now it's so easy for someone to click away on Facebook or YouTube or whatever it might be. You got to capture their attention immediately. So the best visual should be at the beginning. The most interesting, valuable facts or information should be at the beginning. Really put a lot into those first 10 seconds, 20 seconds of the video. That's really important because you want people to stick around as they watch it. The next suggestion is to accept imperfect videos. This is really tough for a lot of us because we see Hollywood movies and we want to have the same quality on our social media as well. But if you think of the rise of YouTube, YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world right now. It's huge, and it didn't get that way from having really high quality production. Most of the videos on YouTube aren't very impressive when it comes to lighting and scripting and anything like that. But you, again, have great expertise at your organization. So if you can simply share that expertise in a video, you can shoot it on your old iPhone 6. It's okay. The lighting doesn't have to be perfect. Put it on your social media. Now, you want to have as much quality as possible, but if you wait to have the absolute perfect video, you'll probably never post one. So don't worry about pure perfection when it comes to your videos. And then the last one is to review Facebook Insights. Josh referenced this as well. But if you'll get into the analytics within Facebook after you post a few videos, and you can see how well these videos are doing. You can see how long on average people are watching your videos. If you're able to boost a video to pay a little bit to get it out there, then you can log into Facebook Ads or Facebook Business Manager, and you can see even more information. Like you can see, you know, if males or females are viewing this more, what type of demographics, what type of job titles people have that are viewing this video. That's tremendously valuable information. So don't just post videos and hope for the best. Look to see which videos are doing the best, which subjects are really connecting with your audience, and post more of that type of content. We've seen all of these practices work really well for us and our clients. So if you would like to learn a little bit more about this subject, you can go to bluecompass.com/WDM for West Des Moines, which is where we're located as well. And we have a blueprint for the perfect Facebook post that we've put up there. So you can download that, check it out. I also put that weird video where we went and met our parents, so you can see it there if you want as well. And feel free to reach out to me if you ever have any questions. Thank you.
Wow, very interesting information, Drew. I'm learning so much. I don't know about you guys, but the 3 minutes or longer video, I didn't, that goes so contrary to what I always thought too. So wonderful insights. We're going to apply those immediately. That's great. Thank you so much, Drew. So I'm excited to introduce Sara Huedepohl, who is Digital Marketing Manager at Strategic America, to tell us
Thanks, Catherine.
her insights.
Hi, I'm Sara Huedepohl. Like she mentioned, I'm the Digital Marketing Manager at Strategic America. Strategic America is a full-service marketing and advertising agency. So during these times, we've helped out with our clients in terms of anything from messaging to digital ad spend to organic social media presence. Just like what was mentioned previously, our clients also saw an uptick in social media activity during this time frame. So they realized how important it is to specifically have an optimized Facebook presence, not just now, but all the time. So today I'm going to walk through some tips on how to make sure your Facebook business presence is updated so that customers can find you and they can find you easily. So I'm going to screen share here. One second. All right. So optimizing your Facebook business presence. So I think this seems obvious, but I've noticed a lot during this time period that sometimes it's not always easy to reach the business you're looking for. So you need to make it as easy as possible for your customers. That could start from something as simple as choosing the right button for your Facebook business page. First, and there's so many options that I don't think people even realize. There's a screenshot on the top right over there. So you can do anything from book to contact to shop to learn more. So book now, actually, if you choose this button on your Facebook page, there's the option now for a direct scheduling integration. So people could directly schedule appointments with you through this Facebook native integration. You could also connect a third-party scheduling tool, or you can link it to your website where they could easily go and schedule an appointment with you. Again, the goal is to make it as easy as possible to convert these people into leads for you. So contact you is another option. You could have them send an email. They can call you directly. So if you're a restaurant, maybe the call now button would make the most sense. But again, the goal is to choose the option where you're able to connect back with the consumer as quickly as possible, convert that consumer into a lead. So you want to pick one where you're readily able to respond to these inquiries. They can also, you can choose to learn more, or you can shop with you. So another big one right now with some restaurants being closed is people want to help. It's an inherent nature of consumers that we've seen right now where they want to help, but they don't know how. So if you're not open, but say that you're still selling gift cards, you can actually set this up as an option directly on your Facebook page. So the consumer can purchase a gift card and it links them directly back to your website where this action could happen then. You can also set up offers on your Facebook page. So see offers is an option as well. So keep your profile up to date. Again, all of this might seem obvious, but consumers can't reach you if they don't know if you're open and they don't know what your phone number is. They can't find it readily on your information on your page. So keep everything up to date. Keep your phone number up to date. Make sure your website is up to date, your address. If you're a restaurant, I have a menu link right in here as well. Make it so simple that there's no reason that they shouldn't reach out to you. And the screenshot on the bottom here, actually, within all the COVID things going on Facebook, they offered essentially this option list so you could show your consumers, have I had any changes in my operating hours? Am I changing the way that I'm operating now? As in, am I pickup only if I'm a restaurant? Am I doing no contact appointments? Things like that, so you can further elaborate kind of how your services have changed due to COVID. But it lets the consumer know, are you open? Can I bring you my business? What can I do to make sure I'm supporting you? So I think a big thing too that small business owners don't realize is Messenger's a pretty powerful tool. You can start anything from just a one-on-one convo with people that come to your website. So if you're monitoring your Messenger, you can start responding to questions that they might have right within Facebook Messenger. You can set it up so it shows again, prominent right next to that button that you chose. You can also do FAQs. So Wasabi Tao here in town, this is a screenshot, big fan. They actually set up an FAQ ahead of time. So these are some questions to kind of start the conversation, but they're usually, obviously, the most frequently asked. What services do you offer? Can I see a menu? Where are you located? And so you can actually auto-populate those responses in the settings on the back end of Facebook business page so that all that information is readily available for your consumers. And you don't necessarily need somebody to man Messenger in order to answer those questions. Messenger ads. This is a fun one too. So this is obviously a little bit more advanced, but Facebook Messenger there's an ad format that you can run where you can kind of, you can lay out a conversation without using a third-party tool. So this is an example of something that I ran for Strategic America, and it's just an easy way to kind of get out there and get customer information without using a third-party tool, without knowing any programming. I set this up essentially so it's a question, they can choose an answer, and then it pre-fills information such as their name or their email directly from their profile. So it's just an easy way to kind of get in front of, you choose the targeting, you know what your consumers look like, you can start a conversation through Messenger ads. And also providing value and generating leads. And sometimes both of these things can be the same. So if you look at this screenshot here, this is an example of using Facebook Messenger to get newsletter signups, but then also provide content in the end. So the content being the newsletter, but you as the business owner are getting a lead through people offering up their name and their email and the information that you need in order to reach back out later. And re-engaging existing customers. I think this is so important, especially right now with everything going on. Your existing customers, they're still out there. They still want to help. They still want to know what to do. So you can actually set up auto replies within your Facebook to kind of push message out to people and say, hey, I haven't seen you in X amount of time. Why don't you come on back? This is great for things like nail salons and whatnot. If you're utilizing the booking feature, then you can actually send something out if they haven't finished booking and say, hey, did you mean to do this? Did you forget? So it's a good way to kind of re-engage those people that almost became leads, but you can also set it up to re-engage your existing customers. So one last thing that I think is an important feature on your page that you can customize and should customize is Facebook tabs. A lot of people don't even think about it. They think they're just preset, and they are to a degree. They come with the page template, so based on your business. So when you set up your business page, make sure you're choosing the right template. Facebook is continually optimizing these. They're offering new ones. So there's ones for restaurants, services, business, and then the tabs come according to that. So if you're a restaurant, you can choose one like what you see here for Fonk's Pizza, and it offers the menu option, it offers hours, and then customize for your business. Turn off the ones that don't make sense for you so that you don't have just blank tabs there, and make sure the ones that are on are filled with relevant information for your consumers. So we've got offers, services, menu, and then you can also set up custom tabs. Again, when looking at lead gen, maybe a newsletter sign up is a great way to get people information so you can reach back out later. So create a custom tab for that. You can also set up a content download tab. So those are just, and if you run something where you schedule appointments, you can also set up a custom tab to schedule appointments directly from that side tab and integrate a third-party tool. So those are some ideas to keep the consumer right in front of you as well. And that is what I had for today. I think it's very important to make sure your business presence is optimized in this time when people are looking more and more towards Facebook to find information about you. So if your information isn't there, they don't know where to go. So thank you, Catherine.
Sara, that's amazing. I mean, it's crazy how we can just focus hours on just like one topic. Messenger, never thought that Messenger was so powerful. So, I mean, that was incredible. Great tips. And yeah, making sure your Facebook page is totally up to date, so important. And that's some of the things we forget about. So thank you, Sara. That was so wonderful. All right, I'm excited to introduce Marc Reifenrath, president of Spinutech, for his insights. Thank you, Marc. Marc, are you with us?
And I did a total party foul there and had it on
There
mute.
you are.
It's my first Zoom, just kidding. I was gonna say, I'm just gonna verify better looking in person. Absolutely not, to answer Josh's question. I'm the president of Spinutech. We are an all digital agency with 3 locations, 85 plus team members, and we're celebrating our 20th year this year. So pretty excited for our team for that. Okay, so some fundamental things that have changed due to COVID, I think, is that prior to this, we expected that it was okay for us to go to business. And now we expect businesses to come to us more than ever. And so think of everything from a car shopping experience where you would expect them to maybe drop a car off you to test drive versus before you would just very willingly go there and go through that process. So there's a lot of things in our habits, in our daily lives that we're changing, just like the Great Depression, that are going to last forever. And so we don't even really know what those fundamental things that we're changing about our daily habits that are going to last well beyond this. So I think that we all have to pay attention to that for all of our businesses. And like the restaurant industry, in large cities, they're talking about seating areas shrinking dramatically and moving more and more to takeout and delivery. And so, you know, is that going to be the same in Iowa? Probably not to that extent, but it's definitely a fundamental change in that whole industry. So the other thing is, in selling, there's 3 steps to every sale. There's features and benefits, overcome the objection, and ask for the sale. A lot of businesses don't do that really well on the internet or in digital presence in general. But now more than ever, the #1 objection is safety. So whether you're a retail shop, a restaurant, a dental office, whatever it is, an easy way to win. And I think some of the banking individuals that have talked so far said, you know, here's what we've done with our lobbies. We closed them down. We've done a drive-through only. Being loud and proud with that on social is an amazing opportunity. And let's just use a dental practice as an example. Let's say that you've got a mama bear with 3 little kids and they've gone to the same dental practice for 10 years. They're very loyal to them. But a dental practice that is in the same vicinity as them puts out social media content that it says, we have limited waiting rooms, we take you straight to the treatment room, we wipe down everything between, and they've done a video that explains all this. So now all of a sudden you're looking and going, well, what is the place I've gone to done? They haven't responded, they've been quiet. Well, now out of just based on what I've seen, I'm going to switch. And that switch could be a switch of loyalty as well. And so it's an opportunity for some to maybe shift your thinking on some of this and go attack that. So whether we want to admit it or not, right now we're all concerned about safety. And so as a brand, how can you address that to overcome that? So the other thing to think about is this is the same for your team members. So with a team of 85, we've got a lot of people that, you know, the news is very loud and in your face. And so we need to remind them both internally and then also with our external communications of what we're doing to keep them safe. So, you know, as a leader, I've really looked at this as an opportunity to grow. How do we give them hope and help them understand where the business is? I've been doing a weekly video update for the team internally, just posting that on a private YouTube link. I'm going to keep doing that on the other side of this. It's been very well received and it's a nice, transparent way to do it. On the flip side, I think Josh said it best about saying, you know, be careful what you post during any large news event or shift. And this has obviously been a much longer thing. Somebody said, what day is it earlier? And I heard a big saying that it's Thursday because they're all kind of running together. But something that we did, I have a Yeti costume. I have a ton of costumes, but I put on my Yeti costume. We set up our security camera in our office. And so I went in one of the first days and scooted past the security cameras, and we posted that to social and got some good responses from it. So it was kind of just making fun of the fact that we can't go to the office. A Yeti showed up in our office. And then a few days later, I came back on a hoverboard, came in front of that camera, and used one of my one and only talents of juggling, and we posted that as well. So those things are just maybe kind of making light of the situation as opposed to trying to say, you know, hey, do business with us, and being a little bit more proud about that. So with all this content, I would say one thing too, Drew touched on, you know, long form and maybe make it measurable so they can take whatever they want. I would say make sure your content is snackable in the sense that you can eat a little or you can keep going. And so it's kind of like when you open that tub of ice cream, admit it, we all do it. And sometimes you want to take a couple bites, but sometimes you end up taking 20. And so whatever your content is, especially with video, let's make sure that it can be a little bit, but they can keep going if they want to. The other thing I would say is there's the great saying with digital that content is king. And that's true, but I would just say that video content is king. And several people have already touched on this as well. And so Drew mentioned this too, and I always say, you know, so when you're scrolling on any social media, if you see just content, you basically skip over it. You see a picture, you pause. You see a video, you watch it. One thing when you create videos, if you can, make sure you put the captions, either turn them on in the platform or put them in for yourself, because a lot of us maybe now we're watching it with audio, but normally we don't. when we're in the work setting, or you're on an airplane, whatever. So make sure that you can still watch it without sound. So, you know, I would recommend that you look at other brands in your space or other companies that you like and see what they're doing that you really enjoy, and then say, okay, how do I make that my own? How do I make that unique to what I'm doing? So somebody else mentioned this too. Can't give them credit, I can't remember, but quality is not a concern. You only need a phone, decent lighting, good sound. You can get little lights like this. This is like less than $50 on Amazon. You don't have to have that. You know, my lights up here are fine, but you know, do those little things to just do that added touch. YouTube has done an amazing job of lowering all of our expectations for video quality. So, you know, we really don't have to worry about that, but it is just about pushing that content out there. What's the saying? Perfect is the enemy of good enough, something like that. So that's very true with this. The other thing I would recommend is, if you are going to do video, try to do it in one take. Most of us are not going to be really good video editors. So even if that means you have to redo it a couple times, but try to do that in one take. So maybe I like to do kind of a bulleted list, either have that on a document in front of me, or we can do little sticky notes and put that on the selfie stick and kind of put it down there, and you can kind of just run through that list, but that just gives you some talking points. I would encourage you not to read a script directly. Authentic content is way more meaningful, and you can feel that passion when people start to talking. I kind of get rolling sometimes, and you know, have to, okay, wait, snap out of it because I get going so much. But that's what people really love and enjoy. They can feel that passion through that video. So, you know, try to just give yourself those bullets as reminders, and kind of craft that story in your own way. And with the authenticity, don't try to be somebody or a brand that you're not. So just because Yeti is really cool and does amazing things on social doesn't mean that that's your brand or what you should do. So find your own little pocket. So know your audience. Somebody said that if you're playing with personas, try to build out personas and have those buckets of content for those to make it fit those. For Spinutech, our culture posts have been the most engaged by far. So we are definitely a little bit more heavy on that. It's a great way to both recruit potential team members. The team members that are already with us enjoy being a part of those, and it's a good recruitment. And then our clients also love it too. So we have a lot of fun with those. I'll give the shameless plug to follow us and check some of those out. There's some pretty funny ones out there that have been really fun to make too. So, and I would just say it's a great way to showcase our culture, which is, I believe, our #1 hiring and selling point as well. Nobody's mentioned Facebook Live yet, so I'll pick that one off the tree. I think that is a great way to jump on in the moment type of things. Are you running, you know, right now, could you do something where you feature new products or services that just came in, and normally you would maybe had an event for that or something like that. So just thinking of switching that and taking advantage of that. With videos, an example I can give you with actual content. So John Deere, you know, creating videos for their compact utility tractors. How do you do the quick change? Like they have the ability to take the mower deck off really quickly and the loader off really quickly. But that content makes it a nice way for people to both in the research phase understand what the product does, and then also post sale, it's a way to help service them. So there's a lot of dealers that have done this. The videos are not great, but it's easy to engage with. And it also creates that expert view on things. Another thing that was interesting, Fortnite just held a concert with Travis Scott. It had more viewers than the NBA Finals last year in total for all games. How crazy is that? So eyeballs are shifting. We need to follow those eyeballs. And so TikTok was mentioned maybe before this. That's where a lot of eyeballs are going. Fortnite opportunities, stuff like that, which sounds crazy to a lot of us. Those are great opportunities. And the last thing I'm going to touch on here real quick is Facebook just launched Shops, which is an e-commerce platform that they're going to be rolling out. It'll integrate with a lot of different platforms like Shopify, but this really is a game changer. It'll also work with Instagram. It really lowers that bar. You know, for so many, e-commerce is a big hurdle. It's an expensive thing to get into. It's complex. There's taxing and shipping and all that stuff. So this is really just lowering that bar, which I think is great for small business. for Main Street USA. This is going to be a game changer. And the other thing that to watch out is that domination that Facebook is trying to do. Like Drew said, I think trying to get all the eyeballs, stealing from YouTube. So it's an interesting time in that regard. So those would be kind of some of the hot topics I would say right now. Feel free to reach out to me. It's just Marc with a C at spinutech.com. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Marc. Such great information. And like I said, I think we could spend, we can do this every week and just barely scratch the surface on social media and all the ins and outs. So thank you so much, Marc. And I want to see you in a Yeti costume for sure. That's the most interesting thing I think I've heard all day, or all week. So I'm excited to introduce Kelly Sharp. Kelly is owner of Vino 209 Wine Bar and Bistro, and she is a master at doing video. So it's fun to have Kelly on. So thanks, Kelly.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I told her, Kathleen, we were going to have mimosas this morning. She opted to just stay with her coffee, but good morning. I want to talk just briefly. We're short on time here. Vino 209 Wine Bar and Bistros in Valley Junction. We're a small wine bar. We are going on our 2.5-year, almost 3-year anniversary, hitting our stride, doing great. Then COVID came. So what do? You're small. You don't have a lot of money. We opted to close because of the fact that we just couldn't translate enough to make sense to stay open and try to do curbside. So the biggest thing that we wanted to accomplish with this portion of our social media was we needed to stay relevant. The last thing you want after you've built up this good base is to go, well, we don't really have anything going on, so we should just keep posting on Facebook or on Google or whatever, saying, oh my gosh, we miss you, please come back. So the strategy that we took is we are very hospitality oriented. People know us. They I think like us. I talk to our customers all the time, and we were missing that, and I know that I assume they were missing that. So we decided to do these videos. We'd already started doing videos with our chef earlier in the season and decided we would do some videos here. But instead of doing a video that was basically selling us, I wanted to talk to other people around the neighborhood. What are you doing? Let's have a little happy hour. Let's have some fun. When Drew talked about make sure you don't worry about whether your video is perfect, rest assured, if you watch my videos, they are not perfect. Usually after the very first one we did, we got them done in one take. I did do editing. I used Adobe Photoshop Rush to do it. I am not a tech person, and I was able to figure it out and got some pretty good videos as I went on. So we brought in guests, like we had my son who's involved in the community, and he talked about great outdoors. We talked about wine, of course. So again, I'm promoting my business, but yet it's kind of on the backside, not so much in your face. One thing, again, we talked about just fun things that we were doing in the community. We had Matt from Valley Junction come down. We talked about other businesses. So again, I didn't want it to be about us, but we were able to connect with our customers to say, we miss you. We'd love to have you come back. This is what's going on. We followed that up with pictures of new food that we were making. Our chef shot some videos from his house to say, well, what's chef doing when you're quarantined? Well, this is what we're making. This is what we're having fun with. One thing I didn't see talked about very much, we talked a lot about Facebook, which again, I use Facebook tons, but to me, social media is also about newsletters. So we did send newsletters out to tell everybody, this is what we're doing with COVID. This is what we're doing now that we're reopening. But I do my newsletters on a very limited basis because everybody is inundated. So we get a better read on ours when we look at the analytics, because we might do them once a month, 2 months, every 2 months, depending on if we actually have something to talk about. Every content we take with our video, we do put it on YouTube, which I get almost nothing because our channel is so small, but we also put it on Google My Business. We do a lot of posting and updates. It's all free on Google My Business. So we can post our pictures. That helps my algorithms when people are trying to find us on Google. LinkedIn, again, this is one video I've done and I'm sharing it on LinkedIn. I'm sharing it on Google. I'm sharing it on Facebook. We're sharing stuff on Instagram. So we do a lot of, again, pictures, video, sharing across all those platforms. so that we're reaching a lot of different people. What else? Again, I think the biggest thing, especially for a hospitality business and a small business, I can't afford, unfortunately, to go and have people do things for me. So we have to figure out how to do it ourselves. There's a lot of really easy programs to do your videos with. I mean, I just have like a selfie stick that's on an easel like this. And, you know, we put it up in the store and videotape it. Canva is also another great, really simple video. You don't even have to have sound with it. So we have a great video on our website we created that shows our restaurant. It shows the foods we do. It's got music behind it. I can update those easily. It takes me maybe 5 minutes to create a quick video, but at least it's action. Our videos are no more than 3 to 4 minutes. After that, the content that we're putting in, I think people are going to get bored watching it. So we try really hard to at least have it 3 minutes, but not much further. That's probably about it. Again, I think the biggest thing is during this COVID or during any emergency, be really careful. And I think it was mentioned before, you know, try not to sell people because nobody wants to be sold. What can you do to help them? What, you know, if someone's at home, let me teach you. Alessandro was doing cooking classes online. You know, we did some posts talking about wine and educating people about wine. So as in all business, I think if the less in your face, they get to know you, they like you, you do business with people you like. So that's it.
I love it. I love that you've really become a community connector, and I think that it is so special. I mean, you really have, Kelly. It's incredible. Your videos are neat, engaging, fun. So we love promoting them on the chamber, and thank you for being such a chamber champion and on our board as well. So we really appreciate it. So wonderful job, great ideas, very, very special. Thank you so much, Kelly. I'm now happy to introduce Sally Cooper-Smith, president of Cooper-Smith & Company, to tell us her insights. And I want to make sure you guys all know this is being recorded so we can look back. There's so many great things we're learning here today. So thank you so much, Sally. Take it away. And you might be muted, Sally. I think you might be muted.
There we go.
There we
Hello,
go.
everybody. Thank
Excellent.
you so much for hanging around. I know we're running a little bit late. I will keep this as tight and brief as I can for you. I am Sally Cooper-Smith. I own Cooper-Smith & Company. We're a small agency in Des Moines built for small businesses, even very small. We work with startups and solopreneurs, and we help them grow. We work with innovative companies. One of our clients was 50 employees, less than 50 employees when we started working with them, and we've helped them grow to over 5,000 employees now. That's our sweet spot. It's our goal to help clients grow to the point they're actually too big for us. We want to be the agency that helps you transition to a national agency. So let me tell you a little bit about Instagram shopping. This is something that we are using for one of our clients. And it's a powerful tool if you qualify. Why Instagram shopping? First of all, it feels really intuitive. Now that they've got Instagram shopping set up, it's in-app and it feels like Instagram. It's a great program. Whoops, there we go. It's streamlined. It's very quick to use to make purchases within the app. And if you make a purchase as a user, your purchase information is saved so that the next time you make a purchase, it's even faster. There are 3 ways to use Instagram Shop. You can use them in feed in your posts with tags. You can put up to 5 tags in a post. One of the real advantages is it lets you put your product in the wild in a lifestyle setting, which is super appealing. You can also still do like the example on the left, where you've just got sort of a spread of your product. But if you can put it in the wild, we find they're even more dynamic. You can put up to 5 tags in a post. Do make sure you give them enough space. So as you're laying out your product, think about where those tags are going to go. Otherwise, you end up overlapping your tags. Oh, there we go. You can use them in a photo carousel. And in a photo carousel situation, you can use up to 20 tags over the full set. And you can use them in stories, which is fantastic. Up until the advent of Instagram shopping, you had to have 10,000 followers to have the swipe up function, which would allow you to take them out of Instagram and onto your website. Now with the product shopping tag, you can go directly to your website. If they click on view product here, they get a button that says, look at this on your website. Super powerful. Coming up, we know that Instagram is experimenting with augmented reality. They have a few vendors that they've chosen to use this right now. Warby Parker glasses, MAC Cosmetics. It allows the Instagram user with their camera to actually try on or sample your products right within the app. Amazingly fun. So do you qualify to be able to use Instagram shopping? I'll tell you, it's not super simple, but it's worth the effort if you do qualify. First off, you'll need an Instagram business account. You will need a verified Facebook business page because they must be linked. You link the two through Catalog Manager within Facebook. You can either have a Facebook store, which will populate your Catalog Manager, or you can just set, oh, and I've got a typo in Manager, sorry about that. Or you can set up your Catalog Manager right within the platform. If you're using a shopping website, Spotify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, you can use the Facebook API and tie those backends directly together so that you don't have to reintegrate or re-enter all of your product. Our client has over 12,000 products that we've pulled into this. You do have to sell a physical product. So if your products are digital, online, or if it's consulting or a face-to-face sort of a thing, it's not going to work for Instagram. They're going to reject you. So it's got to be a physical product, but it can be, furniture, it can be lifestyle products, all other range will work. So, hey, what do you know? We're doing okay. I've got a few tips for you for using this. And a couple of things to sort of warn you about. One, match your brand if you're doing this. If you're starting to use Instagram shopping, don't suddenly start selling 100% of the time. Continue to do your lifestyle feed, bring it in, and make sure you're matching the look of your brand. Mix it up so that you've got some lifestyle, you've got some still photo of your product, mix in your non-selling posts, keep it interesting. Do double check your links. I know that seems really obvious, but I've seen these shopping pieces that don't work. That's heartbreaking. Make sure that when you set up your Facebook Catalog Manager, you're naming the products the way you will want them to appear when they appear in Instagram shopping, because you can't change them once they're entered. You've got to go back through your catalog app and change everything at the catalog level. So if you're tying within your Shopify stores, make sure that they're right within your Shopify store to look how you'll want them to appear on Instagram. In other words, don't name your product with a product number. It's just not gonna be appealing in app on the social media. Less is more. If you've got a post, 2 tags may be more powerful than 5. allow it to draw people in. It's more important that it be a compelling image, it be something somebody wants to click on, than it is that it have 5 tags. Use hashtags to help people find your products. So once you're starting to run these, say for instance, you've got a line of custom hair bows, make sure that you're using hashtags within your post that say hashtag hair accessories, hashtag fun things to do with little girls' hair, hashtag, so that as people are searching for those hashtags, they can find your products too. And last, watch your analytics. The analytics within Instagram are powerful, and you can find out what products are really resonating with your audience, what kinds of posts seems to be working the best for you. You can post, I neglected to say, I'm trying to run so fast, that you can also tag video within your stories, not just still. So your analytics will show you that as well. I just encourage you to dig into Instagram shopping and link up your Facebook shopping store with your Instagram store or your website through Catalog Manager and start playing with Instagram shopping. That's what I got. I feel like that was the speed presentation. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, Sally. Yeah, this is so much great content, incredible, and the power of Instagram. It's interesting. Wow, I suddenly want to be a retailer and showcase my cute skirts and blouses on Instagram. But great ideas for those retailers and those small businesses or even big businesses, because what a powerful tool. This has been incredible, and we really want to thank everybody. Again, this is being recorded, so this will be promoted highly on social media, YouTube. We'll find out all the other video ways we can promote this, because obviously video is key. We've all talked a lot about video today. I just want to thank Josh, Drew, Sara, Marc, Kelly, Sally, Sarah from Ariane, Ray from Security National Bank for supporting this event, and appreciate your time, all of our attendees, and really want to thank you for supporting the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce. Again, we're here to help keep our community strong, especially during these wild times, and also just encourage everybody to also stay safe during this time too. I'm Catherine Harrington, and on behalf of our team, thank you so much for being part of the Business Survival Toolkit series. We will definitely do this topic again. Wow, there's so much to learn, and I think great ideas to improve and help our companies here in the region, give them tips and tools. So thank you to our expert panelists. Really appreciate it, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.